Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it. We can see that Bitcoin right now is back to $40,391, starting to come back up at the moment. We are still holding that key support level, as we can see right here, coming back down to our green trend line. You know, a little bit of sideways choppy action. I guess you could even say Bitcoin is in a pattern at the moment like this. We draw it right here. Could be in the symmetrical triangle, if you will. You know, depends on where you draw your lines. But again, if we do break out from these levels, you know, it could be coming soon. And at this point, it's a 50-50 on which direction we're gonna go. Obviously, it's, you know, it was a little bit more bullish a couple days ago when we had our initial bounce and we started to come back up, and then we got rejected. Now, if we do come down, I'm going to be looking at 37,400 to 38,000, around that area. Going to be holding, you know, as a nice level of support. I'll be averaging down my position. Today we locked in some nice profits at on Solana. I'm making a nice 7%, updated in the crypto profit and loss history. Everything, by the way, is now accessible on my website, so there probably won't be as many links in the description now. Everything's going to be on my website now, so you guys can check it out there. Also, we got some nice thumbnails there, so everything looks very nice and, you know, very organized, if you guys want to check it out. Also, as another announcement, while we're making announcements, as a one-time offer, you know, special, if you will. I know a lot of people didn't get into the Discord while it was still at $10. Well, now you guys can get into the Discord at $10 for one more day, just on Easter. So I'm gonna tonight, right after this video is posted, I'm gonna make the price $10 all, you know, for the rest of the night tonight and all day Sunday. So if you guys want to join back in, right, or if you guys, you know, your payment was declined or whatever, you were kicked out because the bot kicks you out if your payment declines, then you guys can join back in and get the access for the crypto trades and the stock trades for only $10 a month. I'll be lowering the price for only one day. So after Sunday night, you know, price is going to go back up to where it is right now. Anyways, let's get back into it. Bitcoin starting doing some sideways chop action right now. I don't really like it seeing do this at the moment. You know, it kind of reminds me that we're gonna get another move down, kind of like forming a bearish pattern if you ignore this this big upswing right here. But again, if we break down, we still have key support levels coming in at 38,000. So probably gonna end up getting a bounce from those levels. As we can see right here, those levels were acting as a significant amount of support. These big wicks down here, big bounce, big bounce. And if we do have another wick down, then it's going to be a very big bounce from those levels. Again, we're going to have to see what traditional markets do Sunday night, but I'm not expecting anything good in my opinion. I think we were saved from this holiday from the bond market. You know, bond yields were skyrocketing again, and then the bond market getting another big sell-off. We can see that the 10-year is now at 2.8%, making almost new decade highs. As we can see, you know, bond yields have been falling consistently over the years as governments keep printing money and keep borrowing, and you know, it just keeps, the yields just keep getting lower and lower. Now that all that low inflation and transitory inflation is coming to fruition, we're now seeing bond yields starting to skyrocket and governments starting to panic and starting to raise the rates extremely fast. As we can see in Canada, the government of Canada just raised rates recently by a quarter point, I believe, and now they're raising them by half a basis points a couple weeks later, because that's how big the problem is. Even though they're understating the CPI numbers in Canada, inflation is a significant problem, and it's going to have a significant impact on the real estate markets as mortgage rates are on the rise at the moment. And I believe in the US is a similar problem, as JP Morgan releases their quarterly earnings, and we can see that the mortgage, I believe the mortgage issuance, how do I say this, the rate at how they issue mortgage has been reduced by 37%. So significantly less mortgages issued just due to the quarter point rate hike, or in the banks raised the rates in anticipation of the quarter point rate hike, and the mortgages have already reduced that much. So that just shows you there's a huge slowdown coming, and they haven't even raised it by 50 basis points yet. Again, all of this can be priced in advance, and you're going to see it at the next earnings, but it's just going to get worse from here. It's not going to get any better. Right now, Ethereum doing something similar as well, forming a bit of a bearish, you know, flag right now. If you ignore this big bounce right here, I guess you could do this. like so. And if we do get another breakdown, then Ethereum could be headed to 28.89. If we break that, you're going to be looking at 26 to 27. But again, we're going to have to get a pretty big move in the traditional markets for Bitcoin and Ethereum to do something like that, in my opinion. We are still in the trade at the moment on Atom, but we're going to hold it for now and see how the markets develop. Obviously, it's a very small portion of our trading portfolio, so it's not going to impact it if we get hit on that one. But again, we never want to take some unnecessary losses. On the weekly time frame, Bitcoin still has that 22 and a -5 on the DBSI, so extremely bearish. I would be very interested to see if we cut into the red money flow. And if we do cut into the red money flow for Bitcoin, like I said many times, I'm going to put this cross right here, and we're going to get, you know, that maybe a potential 50% corrections within the next 4 weeks after that. So it could be, you know, a sell in May, walk away situation. You never know, but you know, you just got to take a look at what's happening in the traditional markets, and it's not, you know, it doesn't look like anything good's going to be happening soon, unless, you know, you get the governments to do a complete 180 from their first quarter point rate hike and go back straight to quantitative easing. But then you're going to have 20% inflation, so you got to pick and choose, because now the Fed's in a box. They're going to have to either choose the dollar, save the dollar, or save the economy. So what do you guys think they're going to do? Of course they're going to save the economy. They're going to tank freaking shit out of the dollar, and gold's going to rise, Bitcoin's going to rise, you know, all scarce assets going to rise, oil's going to go through the roof. But again, I still expect a significant correction in oil before we have that big moonshot due to not hyperinflation, but a significant increase in inflation. And the fact that people keep thinking that inflation's topped out, inflation's peaked, this is where, you know, they kept saying that. People kept telling me that inflation's not going to get past 7.5%, and here we are at 8.6. You know, what a doozy. They're completely wrong. They're just delusional because they've never seen or understood an inflationary environment, because the Fed has just kept the rates extremely low, and they've rigged the CPI numbers. So you just have to see it past all the BS and look to what's real. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. You guys have been awesome. We're at 9,100 subscribers. You already know that we're gonna do that $10,000 subscriber. Sorry, $10,000. Sorry, that $1,000 giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. I'm not giving away $10,000. Also, tax season is here, so get ready to pay some taxes, my fellow Canadians. It's gonna be a difficult time as the government tries to collect all those CRB payments from people. I've been hearing some stories that some people who took the CRB payments are now found ineligible because they made $1 over the requirements, which is really, really stupid in my opinion, because they said if you make anything over $1,000, you know, with all the restrictions that they imposed during 2020, you know, everyone lost their jobs. And if you found a way to make $1,001, which is not even enough to pay 1 month of rent, mind you, where I live, you have to pay back the $2,000. So you have to choose to take the money, right, and lie to the government that you made $1 more than the requirements, or you have to choose to die and not eat or go homeless. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. You guys have been awesome. If you want to join the Discord and see my crypto stock trades, links in the description. Peace. If you guys haven't already, you guys can sign up for Big Get Training. Links in the description. Help support the channel.